a supervisor offers favor in return for your time event as a debt. So a supervisor asks an employee out to dinner and the employee declines the offer. The supervisor subsequently freezes the employee out of work assignments and threatens demotion. So a person in a position of power attaches unwritten requirements to promotions and raises a seat. So next is the hostile work environment. A hostile work environment is a general form of sexual harassment. It is an influence or behavior targeted towards women, making it hard for them to work in a workplace. And according to several surveys, the most prominent hostile work environment actions are derogatory remarks on female workers, gender discrimination, unpleasant compliments, body shaming, stroking, or grabbing without consent. Then sharing pornographic materials through notes or emails, spreading rumors about personal life, and rape or attempted rape. Now, how can we aware the people? So 5 ways to ensure women's safety in the workplace. How can we ensure the safety in the workplace? First is the sexual harassment policy. Any big or small organization must have a sexual harassment policy which defines sexual harassment and its forms, explain the zero tolerance approach, educate on inappropriate conduct, then create awareness among the employees. It's said that many organizations and people, it's very clear from the statistics and cases on sexual harassment in the workplace. And creating awareness among the employees on women's safety and their health is vital. And we can use all possible techniques and ideas to spread awareness, workshops, open group discussions. Through this, we can at least reduce some type of thinking regarding the women's safety. We can create awareness through these workshops and group discussions, open group discussions. So activities can help create awareness of women's safety in the workplace. Then it is the very important things that is the encourage women to express. Generally, women facing sexual harassment don't speak up. We as a society are responsible for this. We teach our girl child to behave and act in a particular way since childhood. We give them a set of do's and don'ts. Conditioning later stops women from expressing themselves. They feel shame and fear consequences. So other reasons are low self-esteem and lack of information. So we must encourage the female employees to express and come out of their discomfort and try boosting their confidence by implementing male and female workers in the workplace. The sense of equality in the workplace will make them fight the social stigma. Here I want to express one thing, want to share one incident recently. What happened in our institute only, in our university only, it's so shameful because at the day when we organized one condolence or medical college, so that day only one incident took place. One fifth semester girl student was harassed by one first semester boy. So first she felt that it was an accident because he touched her waist. Then she ignored. Second time also she ignored. But that boy repeatedly, it was a big crowd there. And when the girl felt touch, she complained us. And finally, we put that case in the internal complaint committee. And finally, the boy was rusticated from our women. The girls never speak up. But this girl spoke up, and we can do the needful. We did the needful for that. We did the um, um, means the boy ultimately he rusticated from the university. We did justice for the girl. So one another thing is role of an HR. So HR needs to explain to the employees about the safe work environment and must play the role of an intermediate to highlight any complaint or any women issues to higher authorities, because she is the bridge between the employees and the employers. In the workplace orientation program, HR need to give strict guidelines on sexual harassment to the new employees. It is HR's role to bring notice of any unwelcome behavior faced by the employees to higher authorities, since the HR is most important here. So next is the Internal Complaints Committee on Women's Safety. The sexual harassment of women at workplace has made ICC, Internal Complaint Committee, compulsory for both the private and non-private for women's safety on sexual harassment. It is mandatory to all the organizations. So a woman who is harassed can make the complaint within 90 days of the incident. If the woman is not comfortable expressing herself near ICC, and in that case, her co-worker, friend, relatives can complain, but to do so, they need to have written consent from her. So ICC then takes the responsibility to investigate the issue properly, and the inquiry should take place within 90 days. And once completed, a report has to be issued within 10 days. So one is that is the so many safeguards are there for sexual harassment. That is one POSH law. That is Indian Penal Code 354A. A man committing any of the following acts, that is the physical contact and advances involving unwelcome and demand or request for sexual favors, showing pornography against the will of a woman, making sexually colored remarks shall be guilty of the offense of sexual harassment. So any man who commits the offense specified in clause 1 or clause 2 or clause 3 or subsection 1 shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years, or with fine or with both. Or any man who commits the offences specified in clause 4 of such section, say 1, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 1 year, or with fine or with both. So 354B, assault or use of criminal force to women with intent to disrobe. Any man who assaults or uses criminal force to any woman or a bitch, such act with the intention of disrobing or compelling her to be naked, for a term which shall not be less than 3 years, but which may extend to 7 years, and shall also be liable to fine. So 354C is voyeurism. It is very common. See this picture. What is voyeurism? It means if a man committing any of the following acts: watching her engage in private act, capturing her image, distributing her image. So punishment and penalties are the 1 to 3 years plus fine for first conviction, 3 to 7 years plus fine for second or subsequent conviction. So stalking, this is also common now. A man who follows a woman and contacts or attempts to contact such woman to foster personal interaction repeatedly despite a clear indication of disinterest by such woman, or monitors the use by a woman of the internet, email, or any other form of electronic communication, commits the offense of stalking. So whoever commits the offense of stalking shall be punished on first conviction with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, and shall also be liable to fine, and be punished on a second or subsequent conviction with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 5 years, and shall also be liable to fine. So one amendment is there. The last line is the shall Whoever commits the offense of stalking shall be punished on first conviction with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years, and shall also be liable to fine and be punished on a second or subsequent conviction with imprisonment or either description for a term which shall not be less than 3 years but which may extend to 7 years. It is amendment, and with fine which shall not be less than 1 lakh rupees. So section 355, that is assault or criminal force with intent to dishonor person otherwise than on grave provocation. So this is the post law. Is the what which is the having the effect of the law is the threefold. Prevention of a hostile work environment. Already we discussed what is hostile work environment. Then understanding well unwelcome behavior. Then quid pro quo harassment. Already we discussed. So now one new dimensions to workplace sexual harassment, that is the cyber crimes. The most common cyber crimes committed threats, cyber pornography, posting and publishing of obscene sexual content, stalking, bullying, defamation, morphing, and the establishment of fake profiles. So morphing is, morphing is the what? In one picture, your face is been placed to the means in a picture your face may have been placed in the another picture. Okay, so it may be distributed means so all the peoples will think that that is your pictures only. This is happening now, right now. For instance, in order to gain sex picture of Rima via social media in the office, it amounts to an act which is not only sexual harassment but also a form of online abuse where he is outraging her modesty. So cases like this should definitely be filed with the internal complaints committee set up by the organization, and as the form of sexual harassment need not always be a physical. In today's world, it can be through online platforms and social media. So this is the sexual harassment is the human right violation as per the Supreme Court. So different laws are there. Basically, the post law is there. So everybody must know that about that, because all the people, the girls, the men or women, or most of them are not aware about the punishment or laws about the against the sexual harassment. Constitutional safeguards are there for fundamental rights, different laws are there, fundamental duties, legislative framework also there for the women's. So what should be the way forward? So first is the providing women friendly infrastructure. So it's important to create a physical space that is safe and welcoming for women. This can include separate washrooms, breastfeeding rooms, and appropriate lighting and security measures. It's also important to ensure that the workplace is accessible for women with disabilities. Next is constitution of internal complaint committee. It is important to have a well constituted internal complaint committees that includes both men and women as members and is chaired by a senior female employee. So guidelines are there to form the internal complaint committees. So these ICCs are mandatory under the sexual harassment of women at workplace. So spreading awareness. It is important for employees to be aware of their rights and the procedures for filing a complaint. This is very much important of a sexual harassment. So employers should conduct regular training sessions and workshops to raise awareness about the laws and the redressal mechanisms available. And this can help create a culture of zero tolerance towards sexual harassment and promote a safe and respectful workplace. And here, for the employers, clearly define sexual harassment and outline the scope and applicability. Mention how the employers practices zero tolerance towards sexual harassment at workplace. Extended concept of workplace, complaint mechanism, Regularly distribute and promote the policy at all levels of the organization. Ensure that the policy is easily accessible, then provide a copy of the policy to joinees as part of their induction, and review the policy periodically and update information regarding IC members, etc. on a timely basis. Each other and educational institutions must the behavior is right and take formal education develop the country. Here I want a
Ma'am, your voice is unclear. Hello?
Ma'am, voice not audible. Ma'am, sorry to disturb in between. Ma'am, please unmute yourself, ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is not audible.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, you are not audible. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Sarvani, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Soumya, ma'am, up to you.
Smriti ma'am's voice broke in between, but I think ma'am has already completed her slides and has presented her views to us. Smriti ma'am, if I'm audible to you, I really thank you so much, ma'am, for this enlightening session. From marking various committee guidelines to sharing real time incidences with us, your talk has surely reached to our conscience. Your words have truly challenged the place we behold as an individual in the society and what should be our role in this concern. Thank you so much for sharing your views, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time. Smriti ma'am, am I audible to you?
I guess
I
ma'am is
think
having an network issue.
yes, ma'am. That it's a wise man who supports a, in a building of a wise society. It takes a wise man's vision to understand a woman's dream. It's a wise man who's not afraid of women reaching high skies. It's a wise man who respects a woman's wisdom. And with these lines, I extend a heartfelt welcome to Dr. Shambhaditya Goswami sir, Vice President, APTI Bihar State Branch, and I request you to kindly bless us with your presence and your golden words. Please, sir.
Thank you, Soumya ma'am. Thank you, Sarvani ma'am. It is a great honor for me to be here and to say any sentence on the topic because Mahalaya is very near, Durga Puja is very near, and I can say all Nadi Shakti are present over here. And the program is already a huge success, more than 450 registrations, and we are getting continuously the photograph of bulk of students who are attending the program, along with girl students and boy students. We have received a huge number of registrations from different parts of India, from South India to North India to East India. I'm congratulating APTA Women Forum Bihar State Branch for the that to organize such kind of webinar, and also this was national head of this APTA Women Forum, Kavita ma'am, national co-convener Women Forum, Lopamudra Adhikari ma'am, APTA Women Forum Eastern Region head. And also, I will thankful and also I'm showing my gratitude to Dr. Mihir Kumar Kaur sir, our APTI Vice President Eastern Region. He is our pathfinder. And also, I'm thankful to our President sir, Dr. Guneswar Tripathi, our mentor and senior Vice President sir, Dr. I'm congratulating all of them because they are not only our mentors, and also I pay my gratitude to our honorable speakers, Professor Sukirti Das, Professor NEPS Institute of Pharmaceutical Science, Guwahati, Assam. Professor Dr. Neeraj Verma, ma'am, Director, Hygieia College of Pharmacy, Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. Dr. Smriti Rekha Chando Das, ma'am, Associate Professor, School of Pharmaceutical Science, Girijanand Chaudhary University, Guwahati, Assam. I hope their blessings will be forever for this such kind of programs whenever we'll organize. And I'm also congratulating once again to Sarvani ma'am and Soumya ma'am because you have coordinated so well. Because all the speakers they have completed the program in time and their views. Because I can't say I have mentioned in the first line that it's a great honor for me and I can't say anything because all the topics, all the agendas have been covered. And as a team, I can say that we have to take their blessings and we have to carry on. And I hope from the Women Forum, they will.
Thank you so much, sir. It was indeed great hearing from you. And now I would like to call Dr. Vandana Patravale, ma'am, National Convener, APTI Women Forum, for her words. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. In fact, it is my honor to be present for this very, very first program which APTI Women Forum Bihar State has organized. I wish I was there throughout, but as I told to Sarbani, this program clashed with another program where we distribute merit cum means fellowship to girl students. So my apologies that I couldn't be present for the program, but my best wishes are always with you, each and every one of you, I must say. Please, this is just the beginning. I'm sure that you will arrange many more such programs where women will benefit, and a very, very apt theme. And I would say very apt speakers. I can see Dr. Neeraj there and other speakers, who have really done justice and made this program a real, real huge success. So again, my congratulations to Bihar State Branch for taking the lead and making the beginning. We hope to see you all at APTICON being held in this month itself. So we'll meet up there. Thanks once again to other speakers, Professor Sukriti Das ma'am, Professor Dr. Neeraj Verma, as well as Dr. Smriti Rekha. And it's real pleasure. It's nice to know that even VP APTI Bihar, is present amongst us, and that is very, as very rightly was put up by you. It is the support. It's not that we require support of men, but if we have their backing, we can definitely do much more. And as I always tell, if it was not for my husband giving me free hand, I don't think I would have reached this position. So we have to acknowledge and appreciate them for whatever they do in our life. Congrats once again, and all the best for all the future activities too. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for your words.
Thank you,
It
ma'am.
really means a lot for us.
Thank you, ma'am.
My pleasure.
So, as we have reached the valedictory session of the event, firstly, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Vice President, Eastern Zone. My sincere gratitude goes to our Honorable Guest of Honor, Dr. Vandana Patravale Ma'am, National Convener, APTI Women Forum, for your continuous support and your words. Thank you so much, ma'am. I now extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Kavita Reddy Ma'am, National Co-Convener, APTI Women Forum, for her graceful presence. Thank you so much, ma'am. I express my deep sense of gratitude to Dr. Lopamudra Adhikari Ma'am, APTI Women Forum Convener, Eastern Zone, for her motivational words. Thank you so much, ma'am. My heartfelt gratitude goes to Honorable President, APTI Bihar, Mr. Bhuneshwar Datta Tripathi sir, for his encouraging words. Thank you, sir. My words fall short. Expressing my deepest sense of gratitude, Goswami sir, Honorable Vice President, APTI Bihar, without whose support the And now it's time to extend my heartfelt thanks to our resource persons of the day. I would like to start with thanking Professor Sukriti Das ma'am, our first speaker, for throwing light upon the gender-based challenges. Thank you for encouraging, ma'am. Next, I would like to thank Professor Dr. Neeraj Verma ma'am, our second speaker, for explaining in details about bullying, biases, harassments, and sexual violences. Thank you so much for your session, ma'am. I would now like to thank Dr. Smriti Rekha Chanda Das ma'am, our third speaker of the day, for showing contemporary courses on women's safety at workplace and working of ICC, as well as the punishments for defying societal rules. Thank you so much for explaining, ma'am. I convey my thanks to Professor Dr. Dibyendu Shil sir, Honorable Secretary, APTI Bihar, for his motivation throughout. Thank you so much, sir. I express my heartfelt gratitude to all the technical staffs and all others who directly or indirectly helped us in making the event a success. I thank all the audience for their patient contribution during the entire session. Last but not the least, I would express my deepest sense of gratitude and love to my dearest co-host, Mrs. Soumya Pathak, for her entire hard work. Thank you so much, Soumya ma'am. We look forward to host more such events in future with everyone's support. Thank you once again. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, everyone, for your
Thank you,
support.
Soumya
Thank you,
and
ma'am.
Sarvani
Thank you.
madam.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, ma'am.
everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Soumya and Sharbani, congratulations. You have done
Thank you
it.
so much, ma'am. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, ma'am.
It was a great success.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Keep blessing us, ma'am.
Of
We
course,
need your blessings, everyone's blessings.
always. So can we leave now?
Yes, ma'am. You
Okay.
can leave,
Thank
ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
you, sir.
Thank you everyone. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh.
Congratulations, मैम, बहुत अच्छे से प्रोग्राम
Thank you
हो गया,
so much, sir. Thank you so much
सक्सेस
for
हो
your
गई।
support, sir.
आप लोगों का बहुत अच्छा एफर्ट रहा मैम, बहुत 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 अच्छा प्रोग्राम, बहुत अच्छा।
Thank
सौमिंदु
you,
सर,
sir.
आपको भी
सरवानी
थैंक यू
मैम,
सर।
ये सरवानी मैम के लिए है कि एक गूगल मीट से पूरा इंडिया को आपने फिर जोड़ दिया। एक गूगल मीट हुआ था कि हमें प्रोग्राम करना है, और अभी आज का दिन है, and you will be happy, and I kind of emotional, so I will not say so many words, because only one thing I will say कि आप बस हर 2 महीने में बोलना कुछ ना कुछ प्रोग्राम करना है। because
बहुत अच्छा हो गया, बहुत अच्छा हो गया
blessings from वंदना पत्रावली मैम इज द मतलब वो हो गया ना कि 4 चांद लगे,
Yes, sir.
है ना?
मैम।
एवरीबॉडी केम फॉर द प्रोग्राम।
गोस्वामी सर, एक चीज हम बोलेंगे, जो जो प्रोग्राम हुआ है ना सर, वो सबको डॉक्यूमेंटेड कर लेना। हम लोग पहुंचेंगे वहां ना, तो हम लोगों से को प्रेजेंट करने में थोड़ा ठीक रहेगा, आसानी रहेगी, सब लोग डॉक्यूमेंटेड रहेंगे।
तो ये एक एक्टिविटी रिपोर्ट हम बना दे रहे हैं, एक्टिविटी रिपोर्ट पीडीएफ करके सबको मेल कर देंगे। इसमें फोटोग्राफ्स विद कितने लोग प्रेजेंट रहे, कितने रजिस्टर्ड हुए, एक छोटा सा ब्रीफ रहेगा, 2 4 10 15 फोटो रहेगा, क्योंकि हमने कॉलेज लेवल पे मोर देन 100 स्टूडेंट्स बैठ करके इनको पूरा प्रोजेक्टर में देखा है, तो वो सारा भी मैं ऐड कर दूंगा, क्योंकि हमने रजिस्ट्रेशन जैसे नेट पे लोड ना पड़े, इसलिए 100-150 लोगों को मैंने बैठा के भी करवाया है। सो ऑल द फोटोग्राफ्स, ऑल द स्क्रीनशॉट्स, और जो मीडिया कवरेज हो जाएगी उसकी भी तैयारी चल रहा है कि 2 दिन के अंदर हम मीडिया में भी डालेंगे, फेसबुक और जो अपना बाकी चीजें हैं वहां पर भी हो जाएगी। ठीक है,
ठीक है सर। मैं तो बहुत कर नहीं पाया, इसलिए कि हम ऑन द वे 4 व्हीलर चला रहे थे, अभी घर पहुंचे हैं बनारस। अभी 10-15 मिनट पहले। ठीक है मैम, थैंक यू।
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. You may leave the